Sex, Guns and Gangland, marriage sound more like... See, I'm reading an auto cue and I have no idea what that means. Janey Godley is in the studio and she's had experience with gangs, guns, pubs, crucifixion.
It is a bit like a Hollywood movie, and it is actually just stand-up comedy.
And there's not really much to laugh about if you look at your biography, Janey.
Yeah, there is. Because in the darkest pits of despair, there is always fun. Because it doesn't matter how dark you think life is, there's always a way out of it. And yeah, I did have a bit of a bizarre upbringing. You know, my autobiography became a bestseller because there was child abuse, my mum was murdered, I did get involved in a lot of gangland things. I didn't know my husband's family were gangsters when I married them. There were 7 sons, and it was a bit like the Von Trapp family, but without the happiness and the singing. So I thought they were okay, and then I found out, and I thought, I'm going to have to learn how to fire a gun.
And you did. And you were caught with how many guns?
I didn't fire the guns. In my father-in-law's house, there are many mansions, and the police came and raided it, and they found quite a lot of guns and stuff, and we get into trouble, but they weren't mine because they didn't match my shoes.
You talk in a sort of jovial way, but this is all... I mean, it's weird to hear you say that your mother was murdered and you had guns.
Yeah, I know.
And yet you're a comedian.
Yeah, I know, but you know, the funny thing is my mammy was funny, and my mum was murdered at 47, and I've now reached the age of 47.
And you've got a daughter of your own?
Yeah, and my daughter's the exact same age I was when my mother died. And here's the funny thing, on April the 1st, I finally outlived my mum. And I said to my husband, I outlived my mum today, and he said, well, the night's not over. And we had a good laugh about it, because that's kind of how we are.
So you turned to comedy, and it's been a huge success for you. You've won awards all over the show. You've been, they're calling you the female version of Billy Connolly. Does that make you feel
a lot.
good?
They call me that. It's because they don't know how else to tag me. I'm a female.
Because you're Scottish.
I'm from the rough part of the street. Let's call her the giant Wellington frozen squid. See, that wouldn't work, so Billy Connolly works.
Are you intrigued with how interested we are in the squid?
I am. I want you to defrost it quick and let me deep fry it. That's what Scottish people do.
Would they?
Get that battered deep fried, I'll have it for my tea.
Hey, your show is...
Tell it like it is.
Is it ad-libbed all the time? Because I know you were up for an award, the Perrier Award, and they took that award, or didn't let you participate in it because you made it up, apparently. Every 60-minute show was completely ad-libbed.
That's right. The Perrier had a situation because they all realised that the 12 people who came to see the show hadn't seen the same show. And I thought that was fantastic, so they said you can't qualify. So I asked them for the ticket money back. That's how that worked.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, this show that I'm doing in Auckland at the Classic Basement is a show called Tell It Like It Is. And there is a basic structure to it that I have to stick to, but it's dead funny. And there's a great story about how when I met Tony Blair, and there's funny stories about my mum, and there's a wee bit of a sad story at the end, but it's dead funny as well.
So is it all based on it's all based on real life, true experiences?
Yeah, I couldn't make comedy up, not with the life I've got. I've tried to actually make a joke and it didn't work.
I mean, are you the true sort of personification of... Oh, well, you got to laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Oh, no, but I'm happy. Luckily, despite having been through child abuse and murder and gangsters, I'm very lucky and blessed in the fact that I've never had depression or mental illnesses. No doubt at some point I'm just going to explode, as everybody keeps saying, but I'm lucky that I'm very stable and normal, and I never done drugs, and I don't drink, and I'm quite normal. But I just
You'd be a rebel in your family, wouldn't you, as a result?
They're really disgusted by me. They're like heroin. Yeah. But I like making people laugh.
How do your audiences react to you? Because obviously some of the stories cut pretty deep.
Yeah, well, I think audiences, especially in New Zealand, are a bit Scottish somewhere, because yous are quite dark and funny, and the audiences here absolutely love it because they're intelligent and they demand intelligence and they like when they get it, so it's cool.
Janey, it's a great pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for coming.
When are you on this week, Comedy Festival?
I'm on at the Classic Basement
Tuesday to Saturday night this week.
And then next week it's 8:30. But just go to the Classic and you'll find me, or I'll be in Wellington hunting in the squid.